What happens when you mash together One Piece, Naruto, and Bleach into one massive power fantasy fanfic? You get God of Soul System, a crossover novel where the MC steamrolls through entire universes using powers from Soul Society and leaves logic behind in the dust. Roja, the main character, is reincarnated into the One Piece world and gifted the Soul Sword system. That means he can extract abilities from Bleach, grow stronger endlessly, and eventually walk across worlds. One Piece, Naruto, and Bleach, all while flexing soul-cutting towers that make emperors and Kage-level threats look like ants. At first, the setup is actually fun. The MC feels overpowered in a satisfying way, burning down Akainu, locking up Shanks, even faking Ace's death to rewrite the plot. But then, the cracks start to show. And wow, do they show hard. One Piece power scaling, completely broken. Characters like Daffy and Magellan are inexplicably stronger years before canon. Kaido gets 1v1'd. Shanks ends up in prison, something no real One Piece fan would ever believe. And Luffy, the MC convinces him to stop being a pirate. That alone breaks the character beyond recognition. A Naruto arc is where it really spirals. Characters appear years before they're supposed to. Kimimaro and Haku are alive when they canonically shouldn't even be born. Canon events still somehow happen, even though the MC's actions should have derailed them entirely, like the Uchiha massacre still happening despite Danzo being dead, or Kisame still defecting for no reason. Roja has abilities like Kyoka Suigetsu, Aizen's all-powerful illusion, but he never uses it logically. He can cut souls, control minds, and one-shot gods. But most of the time, he fights like a regular swordsman. Why? No explanation. And don't get me started on chakra logic. Tailed beasts are nerfed beyond belief. The Sage of Six Paths is alive and fighting. It's like the author skimmed the wiki and made up the rest. By the time we get to Bleach, the canon is barely recognizable. Aizen's whole motivation is rewritten. Wonderweiss never exists, and prisoners who should be weak suddenly pose god-tier threats. Even Yamamoto's powers get casually dismissed. It feels like a rush job just to throw in more cool fights, but with zero thought to consistency. What really kills it is the emotional disconnect. The MC never revisits characters he supposedly cares about: Garp, Tashigi, Hancock's sisters. He makes Hancock immortal, marries her, and doesn't even sleep with her because reasons? He has an army of maids and no emotional payoff. It's a classic case of OPMC syndrome. Maximum power, minimum depth. Look, if you just want a fanfic power fantasy where the MC obliterates everyone with flashy skills from multiple anime, God of Soul System can scratch that itch for a few hundred chapters. But if you care about logic, consistency, or respect for the source material, this one might make you rage quit. Rating: 2 out of 5 stars. Fun for the first arc or two. After that, it's just fan fiction chaos. What did you think of God of Soul System? Did it entertain you? Or did it break your brain like it did mine? Drop your thoughts below. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next deep dive review.